All right, so I'm just gonna do a real quick recap of what happened at the Mount Charleston Full Marathon. That was April 1st, 2023. Prepped extremely well for this race. Hit all of my runs, got all of my 20 milers. My 22 miler was hitting my paces perfectly. Tapered for 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks roughly, and did the race yesterday. And just wanted to really go through the good, the bad, the ugly, and what really happened. So if you don't know, my overall goal was sub 3 hours, qualify for Boston. My stretch goal was sub 2 hours 50 minutes, so 2 hours 49 minutes was my stretch goal. I knew that was going to be hard considering my fastest before this marathon was 3 hours and 24 minutes. So it's going to be a massive PR for me. Anyway, come race day, I had, like I said, a great preparation for it. Race day was feeling very confident. Woke up super early, got ready for the race. Good morning. It is 2:30 in the morning, bright and early. I did lay out all my stuff, so got everything laid out, ready to go. Time to get ready. I need to leave here probably about between 3 and 3:15 because the buses start at 3:15 and end at 4:15, and I've got about a 25-minute drive. So, all right, let's get it. I'm not familiar with the location, so I was a little frazzled a little bit. There was a few miscommunications on the, they didn't do a very good job of letting us know where the packet pickup was, so there was a lot of confusion for that. So I was a little nervous the bus pickup was gonna be similar. However, found it fine, got on the bus, got to the location, and didn't realize how cold it was going to be. There was tons of snow, and I had brought a windbreaker, and I had one of those emergency foil blankets. Opened my foil blanket, and it was completely shredded. So it was not useful. I had like a few sections about that big that I wrapped around my legs as best I could. So, and we got up there about an hour and 15 minutes before the race started. And so I froze for about an hour and 15 minutes. Got a little nervous about that. Missed, the lines were a little bit longer for the bathroom. And so I went to the bathroom once. However, I should have gone a second time. Anyway, got going on the race. Some things that went really well is obviously the preparation. The first 5-6 miles were fairly downhill, and I felt like I could have gone way faster. My heart rate was like, I felt like I was jogging at an easy pace. So it felt absolutely amazing, and felt like I should have gone faster. However, I knew 26 miles is no joke, and I knew that the last about 10 miles were a little bit harder, so I wanted to save some for that. So I didn't go out too fast, definitely saved quite a bit. Within the first mile, I had a belt, and within the first mile, one of my goos fell out, and my key, it was on a keychain, but it had fallen out of the pocket and was dangling around, and that's our only key for the car. So I was really nervous about that falling out, so I had to take that off, run back, go grab my goo, and situate both of those into my belt, and that slowed me down, which was error number 1, was just securing the key better. Error number 2, which was a big error, was not going to the bathroom, and at mile 5 I had to jump into a porta potty, and that cost me, I looked at it, it cost me 30 seconds between the slowdown and everything, 30 seconds that it cost me of running time. Just past mile 5. That was error number 2. Error number 3 on my part, put my music into an MP4 on my photos, and it kept switching through the photos just because it was in the back of my waist belt, and it kept switching through that. And so I kept trying to reach over, had to go back to my photos, find that video, play it again, and that happened 5 times, which was extremely frustrating and really was not good. So that's error number 3. of what I should not have done.
Just past mile 9. This is beautiful. Feeling good.
And then I would say error number 4, this happened a few days before, but I did a lower body, low impact workout, and I could feel that my legs were still sore from that. And so I think that did worsen my cramping because my legs were kind of exhausted already. And so anyway, should not have done a workout before that soon.
Halfway there.
I would say error number 5 was that I wasn't drinking enough water. I was taking my goos, my nutrition was absolutely spot on, but because I didn't want to slow down and they had the cups, and there was twice where I was so hot because it heated up pretty quick, I dumped the water on me. I grabbed the noon drink and dumped one on me, went to the water, and anyway, didn't hydrate well enough, I don't think.
Mile 17 and a half. Feeling okay. I'm hurting, but we got it.
So realistically, I think that is what led to the cramping. The last 4 miles of the race, my lower body, my hamstrings and calves started to lock up a little bit. So I had to really baby it. I couldn't get my full leg rotation like I wanted to keep the speed up.
Oh, I'm cramping up, but we're gonna finish strong.
But I pushed through and ended up getting 2 hours and 50 minutes and 35 seconds.
Go, Timothy, go!
So I was only 36 seconds away from my stretch goal. Super happy about that. If you don't know about the Mount Charleston Marathon, it is very downhill, and then it felt like, I think it was probably from miles 10, 12, for like probably 8 to 10 miles, it felt like. It was the longest stretch, and it was just a gradual downhill, and it just felt like forever long, but it was really nice because you could get your momentum, or you could get your pacing really dialed in, and I was averaging around 6:15 for those miles. Last 3 miles were incredibly hard. There was a lot of just a steady uphill that really broke me, but something I do is just count quite a bit in my head, or I do a lot of math to add up my time, to figure out exactly if I can, if I was on pace really well, but then like I kept adding up, okay, if I do a 7-minute mile, I'm gonna be able to be really close to that 250. And so I was trying to hold that, but like at the last 4 miles is when my cramping started to happen. And so I started to dip into, I think I had 1 mile that was like 7:20, and then a couple others that were around 7 miles. So anyway, overall, incredible race. They did structure it really well. The support was awesome, and found some friends along the way to help each other, and super happy. Qualified for Boston.
Boston! Woo! Yeah! Yeah!
Did not hit my stretch goal by 36 seconds, but overall incredibly happy with what happened. And yeah, my wife came down and we had a great steak dinner afterwards, so definitely celebrated. Anyway, okay, I appreciate you all. I love you, and as always, let's thrive together. Bye.